Hi guys, Sykov Gaming here and welcome to one of the best weapons in Call of Duty Warzone. Speed is the name of the game. It will kill you long before you can ADS. It's the king of the jungle in close range firefights. Welcome to the Italian Stallion, the Sylvester Stallone of pistols, the Renetti Akimbo in Warzone. Today we're going to break down everything there is to know about this weapon. We will compare the stats, bullet patterns, and I'll show you some of its best loadouts for Call of Duty Warzone. The Beretta M9 was adopted by the United States military as their service pistol in 1985. Founded in the 16th century, Beretta is the oldest active manufacturer of firearms in the world. It has supplied weapons for every major European war since 1650. Let's go over all the stats so that we can see what this weapon is capable of. The basic Renetti has a standard magazine size of 15 bullets, which can be improved to 21 or 27. It can fire 315 rounds per minute and it has a reload time that takes 1.738 seconds. It can ADS in only 100 milliseconds, but that won't matter today, because we're going to check out the Renetti Akimbo, which comes with one major downside: no aiming down sights, but instead you get the hipfire 2 Renettis. There are 2 other things that we have to change before we can check out these stats, simply because their impact on the stats is so impressive. We will be using the MK3 burst mod in combination with the lightweight trigger. I will go more in depth on them in the loadout section of this video, but for now know that this combination will totally change your mind about your Renetti. With the burst and the lightweight combination, the Renetti can now fire faster than the MP7 with 1000 rounds per minute. Pretty impressive. One shot to your opponent's head will cause 200 damage points. So in Warzone, against a fully armored guy, you will need 2 shots to kill, and you can do that in only 0.060 seconds, so 60 milliseconds, which is crazy fast. This is as close to an insta-kill as you can ever get in this game. One shot to his chest will cause 84 damage points, which means a time to kill of 120 milliseconds. If you decide to shoot him in the stomach, he will cause 72 damage points. Arms or legs are 66 damage points, and both of those damage numbers means a time to kill of only 300 milliseconds. To put this into perspective, in a short-range firefight, the MP7 can only kill with headshots in 379 milliseconds. So no matter what you do with the MP7, you cannot kill faster than the Renetti with this setup. All of these values are valid up to 8.5 meters, because this is the Renetti's first damage drop-off point. After 8.5 meters, you can still kill in 60 milliseconds if you go for headshots, so nothing has changed here. However, it will take you slightly longer if you shoot him anywhere else. It will take you 300 milliseconds if you shoot your opponent in his chest, 360 milliseconds if you aim for his stomach or his limbs. The second damage drop-off point occurs at 17 meters. So beyond this point, you will still need 60 milliseconds for headshots, which is crazy good. But from this range, it becomes slightly more difficult to consistently pull that off, which I will explain in the bullet pattern section. This time, chest and stomach shots share the same time to kill of 360 milliseconds, and now it takes 420 milliseconds to kill if you go for limb shots. As you can see, it only takes 6 bullets to kill with these limb shots, so remember this number because it will come back later in the video. When you compare the times to kill of different weapons, then you may or may not have to take the ADS time into account. The great thing about the Renetti with the Akimbo perk is that you don't lose time with aiming down sights, so this is another benefit that you have over a player who aims first before he shoots. The MP7 with the best barrel needs 204 milliseconds to ADS, so this is the time that you will save with the Renetti. Depending on the range, your time to kill is faster than your opponent's ADS time, which is an incredible benefit. Now that we know how good the Renetti Akimbo is, let's tweak its loadout even further to make it ready for Warzone. As you know, the MK3 burst mod is crucial for this weapon's performance. It allows you to use a 3-round burst, effectively turning this weapon into an M93R. In Warzone, this means an increase in the rate of fire, but you will have less recoil control. The second thing that was crucial is the lightweight trigger. This gives you the fastest rate of fire available at the cost of aiming stability. The third thing that is unavoidable is of course the Akimbo perk, because this allows you to hold 2 weapons in each hand. The Akimbo perk also blocks out the stock options. So now that we have that out of the way, what else can we do to make this weapon or weapons even better? We've used 3 out of our 5 slots, so we can only do 2 things, and we can choose from a muzzle, a laser, an optic, a larger magazine or a rear grip. I did more than 100 bullet pattern tests. I even tried to use all the sights and scopes, because maybe there was an advantage there, but there wasn't. The outcome was that the best 2 items that you can attach to your Renetti are the 5mm laser and the 27 round magazines. The laser has a big effect on the spread of the bullets, meaning that even if the distance between you and your enemy gets bigger, you will have a much higher chance of hitting him with most if not all of your shots when you're using the laser. On top of that, it also improves your sprint to fire speed, but when you're not sprinting, the lasers will be visible to your enemies. The laser comes with a small issue though. The lasers themselves will get ahead of your crosshairs if you move rapidly from left to right and vice versa. This is something that you have to be aware of. If the distance gets bigger, then you probably won't be able to hit your target with all of your 6 shots, because if you remember, this is all you need to down a guy, no matter what the distance is. He could be running around on the other side of the map, and 6 bullets is all it takes to kill. You can fire those 6 bullets at the same time, which means the shortest time to kill, but the problem is hitting your opponent. So, you will have to take those missed shots into account, but remember, it's not you who's missing your shots, it's your weapon that is missing the shots. So even with the perfect aim, you probably won't be able to kill when the distance increases. In order to compensate with that, we will use the 27 round magazines. They give your weapon the opportunity to miss. And in short range firefights, it allows you to down multiple opponents, which is absolutely great as well. The downsides are a slower ADS speed, something that we can't do anyway, so nobody cares, and a slower movement speed. Now that we have our best loadout, we can check out the best bullet patterns. First of all, I want to show you the difference between the Renettis with and without the lasers, so that you can clearly see the difference. On the left you can see what happens without the lasers, and on the right you can see what happens if you use these lasers. The bullet spread speaks for itself, and you will get a smaller and tighter pattern. In all cases, the short range bullet spread comes with some variations. It's never always the same, so they built in some randomness. This is something that we just have to live with. Compensating for the bullet pattern is pretty easy, at least in a short range test. Having said that, it did take me longer to get used to this, so I had to do more tests on a private servers than when I started using all of the other guns in Warzone. So please guys, take the time to do that if you decide to add the Renettis to your loadout. Now, I don't have any difficulties anymore, but it's definitely something that you have to practice. If you then increase the range and then try to compensate, then your pattern will look like this. Very similar to the short range compensated pattern, just more spread. Conclusion time. I've shown you the weapon stats, compared time to kills. We checked out the best loadouts and we even went through a couple of bullet pattern tests. But the question still remains, is the Renetti with the Akimbo perk an absolute monster in Warzone? Yes it is. It has saved my life so many times. I've been in fights where I was low on armor, a guy walks up to me with an MP7 and I still downed him with lots of health to spare. I even had such a great time unlocking the Akimbo perk, with some John Wick moments along the way that this handgun has really impressed me. Instant kills, a faster time to kill than the ADS time of most other weapons, and 27 rounds of devastation. On top of all of this, it allows you to go for your ghost perk from the start if that is something that you prefer. In short, you will become the close range monster feared by everyone on the server. But you still need a primary weapon, right? And for that I got your back as well. So check out some of the other weapon guides about your favorite weapons right here on Sykov Gaming. And make sure to subscribe as well, so that you won't miss any of the new guides. Or you can also ask that question during a live stream. The link is in the video description. This was Sykov Gaming, thanks for watching, and I will see you in Warzone. Oh, here. I thought I was gonna get him, but still stunned. Done. Well played. First Akimbo game, first Akimbo victory. Well played.